Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, quick reminder, on August 5th, I'm going to be having the Abundance Amplifier event. That's going to be harnessing some of the 888 portal energies. You definitely want to be part of that. So if you'd like to be part of that, go to emmyevolving.com/shop/abundance-amplifier-event. So I asked what this late night reading is going to be about. And what I heard is a tough cycle is ending. Thank God. mm, 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 I'm just saying. So, thank you guys. I'm sorry, my mind is preoccupied. No, I don't want this. I want this. All right. So, it's crooked. My eyes have been being wackadoo lately. So, we're going to have to just let it be wackadoo. I can't see your comments. I went late night to the gym and they turned off the lights. They turned the lights off on me. I don't care. I'm going to keep going till you tap me on the shoulder. Excuse me, ma'am. You need to go home now. Not even joking. I'm totally that type. Totally that type. You're going to have to get confrontational with me before I leave. Unless my set is done. Yeah. And then this girl, it's like maybe 10 minutes left. I finished my set and there's like 10 minutes left before it actually closes. And she goes up to me. She goes, "Excuse me, do you know what time this gym closes?" I'm like, "You got this, girl. You got 10 more minutes." She goes, "Oh, okay." There was like 3 of us left. "You got this, girl. Go work your ass out." Today's just been one hell of a day. Like, I share this with you guys. So I was at my favorite cable machine. I'm minding my business. And I was minding my business doing my cable kickbacks. Good thing I had the strap around the bottom of my knee rather than my ankle. So my leg had to stay bent so that I could get full flexion, full stretch on my glute, right? And I was, hamming it up. I had been using that damn cable machine or that cable for quite a few minutos already. I didn't know that someone came and began working out behind me. And I was really into it, you guys. I was so into it. I was like, work it. Like, yeah, squeeze that glute, squeeze it. And the next thing you know, as I'm squeezing the glute, it felt like my foot hit someone's ass. I had no shoes on. So it felt like butt cheeks. Legit butt cheeks. I think, I don't know. I want to say the ball of my foot felt sphincter. I was like, Oh, I looked back behind me and there was this elder man who turned around at the same time and we looked at each other like, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Took my earbud out. He took his earbud out and he's basically like, I probably deserve that. I probably needed that. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I kicked you in the ass because I know. I'm sorry, sir. I will not be so zealous in my leg swinging. I felt sphincter. I was like, ew. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. That's why I'm using my red light therapy. My chicken nugget light. That's my chicken nugget light. And we burning away all of the caca. All right, let's get started. Hot diggity day. So a tough cycle is ending. There's a lot of things that you have really been telling yourself that's just not applicable to you. You just I'm gonna be blunt. You just be a lying asshole to yourself. Don't be a lying asshole to yourself. Ew, stop. Don't do that. There's a lot of these like storylines that you're running through your head. I mean, I think you're trying to blame yourself for all of the situations that have been going on. Why? Is it really your fault? Or have you failed to realize you're actively co-creating with someone else, right? So what this means is that if there's going to be fault to be affixed to an individual, it should be affixed to everyone that's involved. Mhm. Everybody that's involved. You can't be, hogging up all the blame. You know what I'm saying? You got to equally share the blame for a situation that is equally, people who are involved are equally responsible for the outcome. And I think that's how you're going to shift everything. You have to make sure that you allow yourself to really recognize. Um, you got to recognize what you're doing. Let us see. La 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 la. I kicked someone in the ass and then I kept working out. So death card in reverse. Stagnation, slow changes, partial change, inertia, narrowly avoiding a serious accident. So that's telling me that things are progressing. It hasn't been progressing to the degree, the speed that you wanted it to progress. But I mean, it's progressing. Hey, Kendra. Um, it's progressing. And I think if you can come to terms with the fact that you're not the only one to blame, and really, blame doesn't have a place here. It just doesn't. I feel like for the most part, blame is something that is really just a waste of your time, you know, because then when you participate in that blaming program, what ends up happening is you need to identify as the victim or as the aggressor, which you're probably not even aggressive. Take it from me, I am aggressive when it's necessary. So I can tell when someone is naturally aggressive too. It's like we vibing, right? I'm not feeling that vibing right now. What I'm feeling right now is kind of um I wouldn't say it's a pity party, but it's like you're trying to work your way there, right? You don't have to feel bad about anything. You just don't. You don't have to feel bad about anything because things are developing in the way they need to develop. And part of why they need to develop in this way is one of two things, maybe three things. Let's see what I come up with. The first one that really just pops in my mind is things have to develop this way so that you can begin developing an appreciation for the very thing that is going to be like a major, major gift to you, right? Like life is just giving you the bee's knees. I'm going to like this because it keeps dropping. So is it weird that I wear? Is that weird? That I like to wear my glasses like this. I don't have enough nose bridge for glasses, but I do have cheeks, and my cheeks will hold it up. It's all good. So I think what's happening is helping you to develop, for some of you, for it's helping you to develop an appreciation for the thing that's being cultivated through this. And then for others of you, it has to happen this way simply because like you just need to know that you should never, never, I feel my cheeks. You should never go back to that ever. Ever, 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 ever. Ever, 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 ever. Yeah, no, forever. Never go back to that. So is there a third thing? Ooh, there's a third thing. For some of you, this needs to happen so that way opportunities are created where you can have something even better than what you're halfway settling for. I'm saying it's like, it reminds me of that time I had to rush to California. Not really rush, but I had to go to California to help with something. And online, it said that there were no more 15 passenger vans, and that's what we need to travel that far. And I was just going to settle for two smaller vehicles and, you know, split the fam up, have two separate cars. And I was willing to settle for that, right? Because there was no way I was going to pay $4,000 for a week rental. No, no, I will not let you do that to me with no lube. No. And so I thought I was going to settle. I was comfortable with settling, and um and that sucked. That really, really sucked. But what ended up happening was at the very last minute, not as a sob story, but because the person was asking why we were driving to California. And then I explained because there was no more 15 passenger vans. Yeah. And then at that point, he offered to convert our two separate rentals into a single rental and use the credit, and we wouldn't have to pay more, which gave us a really huge deal. The moral of the story is sometimes you stay quiet for far too long. You don't speak up, you don't ask questions, you don't speak out, you don't stand up, you don't do any of that. And then at the very last minute, you've just had enough. You have had enough. Enough is enough, right? You're mad. Maybe not mad, but you don't want to stay quiet anymore. And so you don't, and you speak out. And what ends up happening is um, life gives you an opportunity to no longer settle. That's important. That's an important lesson to be aware of. Because for many people, even though life does this, what the that's what you get. Hmm. There was a gnat. He's dead now. Let me take his carcass off my card. I pray for you. I send you back to Jesus. May you be born as something less annoying. I figure you crossed my path because you needed your karma cleared out. You might have done some really effed up stuff in a previous life, and therefore creation encouraged you to cross my path because I have no mercy with gnats. I'm not one of those people. I figure that any pests that enter my home, flies, mosquitoes, if you enter my home, it's because you have an excessive load of karma. And I'm going to release you from that by smashing the shit out of you with no second thoughts. My middle name is Karma. It's going to be okay. I think for many of us, when life brings you the opportunity to speak up so you can't just simply settle for something, um, yeah, you'll speak up and then you'll realize goodness is headed your way. And then you'll totally be like, oh no, it's okay, bitch. It's not okay. Take it, accept it. It's being offered. Well, I don't want to chicken nugget. Damn it, chicken nugget. It's getting all nice and warm and it turned off. Don't stop. Stop with that. Stop with that. Like, no, it's okay. I don't want to be a problem. Bitch, who said you were a problem? Who said you were a problem? Not the person that's offering you something. They're offering it to you because they're offering it to you. When someone offers you something genuinely authentic offer with no desire to like hold it against you and whatever else people do, um when you refuse to accept that, you're totally being rude. Stop it. Just accept it. Just say, like, thank you. That's all you have to say. You don't have to explain to me why I shouldn't offer this to you, right? Just stop. It's rude. Just accept. Say thank you. Oh my gosh, this makes me very uncomfortable. But thank you. Okay. There's your little disclaimer. You feel uncomfortable. Accept it. Don't be rude. So, Alchemist in reverse. There's nothing that needs. Michael laughed. It was funny. Huh? Do you want to share my chicken nugget light? I turn it. Come closer. He's like, oh my god, you guys, it's been a long ass day. I straight offered to let him share my chicken nugget light. Oh, I'm totally that person. It's my culture. If I have something, you should have it too. That's literally my culture. Like, I'm not going to be rude. I'm going to offer you whatever I have. Just scoot in. You too, Marlene. Scoot in if you want to feel the chicken nugget light. Okay, so there's nothing that needs to be changed. Marlene's cracking up. I'm glad you thought that was hilarious. But it was funny, huh? I know you like Filipinos. Did you even know any Filipinos? Am I the first one? Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. She goes, I love Filipinos. Girl, stop. You're making me blush. Hmm. Okay. There's nothing that you need to change. There's nothing. Nothing needs to be changed. You need to just flow with whatever this is, right? A tough cycle is ending. Everything is coming to fulfillment. What this means is that whatever cockadoodle do it is you're creating in your mind, this cockadoodle do story, cockamaniacs ideas. Stop. Don't complicate this for yourself. Just let it ride. I love that all these people are coming through. Hi, Marcella. Hi, Marcy. Hi, Aunt Shell. Hi, Kendra. Okay. So, all right. Things are being cleared, right? The things that have already been fulfilled, whatever connections, karmic, whatever it is going to be cleared out. In addition to that, the intensification is going to reduce. Things are going to get easier, right? Things are going to get much, much, much easier if you don't complicate things. Because I feel like for some of you, you need to take the corn cobs out of your ears because you're not listening to me. Just roll with it. Rolling with the homies. You know what I'm saying? Rolling. Just keep rolling with it. Don't worry. You're not taking advantage of anyone. As someone who up until very, very recently has had that very same mindset of like when I accept help or offers kindness from others, I feel like I'm taking advantage. Um, Let me just tell you, speaking as one of you, that's fucking annoying to other people. You know how I know? Because I've been told many times that it's annoying when I do that. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll stop. Don't make it more complicated. Just let the help come. Okay. Let yourself be helped. Allow yourself to receive. Don't block those pathways. The tough cycle is ending, but you have to let the bitch go. It's dead. Bury it, cremate it, whatever you want to turn it into a fucking diamond. Do whatever you need to do. Just do it. Do it. Let it happen. I said that, Alistair. Let it happen because my irritation is rising. So the mindset is upside down. That's why you can't let it happen, right? The people who have surrounded you during your developmental years, I'm about to talk some shit. The people who have surrounded you during the developmental years taught you some ugly stuff. That you are an inconvenience, that you are the problem, you are this, you are that. They're assholes. Stop listening to them. These are people who were inconvenienced by the fact that they couldn't handle you as a child. You're their karma, anyways. That's why they had you, because they needed to grow the fuck up. Clearly, they haven't if they were teaching you these things, saying these things, and causing you to feel these things as a child. Now, here's the thing. You're no longer that child, so that mindset, that upside down ethos needs to stop. You need to step into a space where you could recognize you are not simply a byproduct of the maltreatment you received as a child. You are not a byproduct of the way the reverberations of that, like, stop, stop, stop. Ooh. Hey, Angela. Ooh, some of this started in the womb for me. Amen, sister. Me too. Amen, sister. Me too. Covering you in the blood of Jesus. I'm serious. Covering you in the blood of Jesus. This is, ooh, mm-hmm. For many of us, yeah, this started in the womb and it hasn't stopped. It's okay. You're powerful enough now to say no more. Mm, mm. Bitch, it's gotta it's mm. You're powerful enough now for that caca to stop. I needed to intensify. Let me rotate this mofo. Okay. It's gotta stop. It's seriously, you're strong enough now to reject the programs that have caused you to continue to seek and perpetuate the same types of connections with other people. You keep seeking the same characters with different faces. That stops. That stops. Even if you're not willing for it to stop, okay, chicken nugget is too much. We got to tone it down. But not all the way. Come on now. Your girl needs some. We need a little more than that. Don't be stingy. You acting like you paying the light bill. I don't pay the light bill either. My husband does. He's probably like, yeah, no, turn it down. But why? I deserve some lumens. I deserve lumens. No, he doesn't tell me that because he knows I'm just going to be like, yeah, I need 2 chicken nugget lights. I'm rebellious. That's okay. So You're strong enough now. You're going to be making different choices. You're going to make these choices without shame or guilt. You might have a little twinge at the very beginning. It won't last long, trust me. And then after a little bit, you're going to be like, I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. Right? Me too. I can't believe we did not do this sooner. But we're going to start tonight. Okay? Do you see the intensity in my eyes? I'm feeling so silly tonight because 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 they tried to kick me out of the gym. I'm still not over it. They did. They tried to kick me out of the gym, those motherfuckers. I was like, "Yeah, hmm." That's what happened. Hmm. Yeah, I grunted. So this is not something that you're going to have a guardian for, because I think this upside down ethos, no one in your environment, it seems, based on what the cards are snitching, no one in your environment has been looking out for your best interest this entire time. It seems like everyone has just been kind of counting on you to remain in your proper place. Mhm. Ooh, your name Maddie? Matty? Like doormatty? You're not a doormat. Knock it off. Your proper place is not laying on the floor so that other people can't dirty their feet on their journey. These motherfuckers need to use the shoes that God gave them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The people who are so crippled by I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, so you need to help me. Motherfucker, put your shoes on so nothing has to drop. Because really, my people are sick of your shit. That means you guys. Um, and if you're oh, I gotta message you, baby boo. Um, if you're like I'm sick of it. I'm telling you, you're sick of it. I've been telling you since the live stream started. Stop. Are you not listening to me? I've been telling you since the live stream started. You're sick of this. We all are. Group effort. We're all sick of it. We're sick of letting people do things that they shouldn't be doing to us. So we're going to stop as a group. As a group, we're going to stop, right? I feel like there's no, I feel like not enough are agreeing to this. Is it because I'm doing it to you as well? Maybe, maybe. I'll stop. You're going to be guided through this. Okay. You're totally going to be guided through this. And as you're guided, you need to listen to your soul. It's okay if you don't listen to me because I mean, who the fuck am I, anyways? True story. Who the hell am I in your journey? You have your own sovereignty, you have your own decisions to make. Who cares? Who cares? You know, these are just my opinions. Don't worry about it. You literally don't have to listen to me. But your soul, boo. Have you ever been Buddha palmed by soul? Just like face palmed and then snatched. Because you're about to if you don't listen to your soul. This is a period that does not come around very often. And if you don't allow your soul to maximize this period for you, should I just say it blunt? Michael says yes. You're going to get your ass handed back to you by soul, not anyone else. Soul might encourage shifty characters to participate. Shifty is a good word. Soul might. So you got to be careful. You know, I'm done with you. I feel cooked. Ding! I feel cooked. It's baking is done. Okay. You're very close to achieving your goal. Ooh, you haven't been listening. Soul is snitching you out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I love this. I love this. You're already being given the guidance you need right now. Okay. So you're very close to achieving your goal. It's in reverse. You have a lot to work on. It's okay. You can handle it. You can work on it. You can make it happen for yourself. It's okay. Literally. Stop thinking about all the things that you haven't done, thinking about all the things that your efforts haven't been enough, the ways in which you failed, potential ways that you could fail. Like all of that overwhelms you. It just overwhelms you. And so you need to focus on the now. You need to focus on the very thing that sorry. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. I just felt my brow was tense and I couldn't figure out which brow needed to be relaxed. They both do. um I think what's happened is you've continuously entered into cycles of self-sabotage by way of you fixating on all the different potentialities that you really can't control and allowing that to overwhelm you and then cripple you. Yeah, stop. Communication is key. Allowing yourself to communicate your needs, allowing yourself to communicate your needs between the self and the soul, right? Um oh, okay. So I had my wellness workshop today and I my phone was going off and so I tried to um put my phone face down so I wouldn't be distracted. And then it ended up accidentally recording. Oh, oh, it's not going to play. Hold on. I think there's a message here for you guys. As you allow the experience, focus on inhaling the light of your truth, exhaling the darkness of your doubts, allowing any residual resistance to also be released and dissolved. Ooh. Yeah, so that was recorded for you guys. I wasn't sure why it started recording itself until I heard it ding again. Not ding, vibrate. So you're holding on to something still. You're holding on to the very thing that causes you pain because you've become so accustomed to the pain that you've begun identifying as the wound. That's a big no-no. Acknowledge the pain, tend to the wound. You can take as long as you need to do that, but never allow yourself to begin identifying as the wound. That's a big no-no. Because once you start to identify as the wound, what ends up happening is when someone comes along with a capacity and authentic desire to help you heal, you will refuse their help because of the fear that once the wound is healed, you'll no longer exist. This is the very reason why people will refuse help. They'll refuse the ability to heal, the assistance for healing. I had to come to terms with this about certain people that I've known for some time. It's several people too, where, the offer to assist has been put out there multiple times and the offer has been refused over and over and over. And I wondered why. I'm not even asking you to book anything. I'm like offering. When I offer, if I ever offer you something, it's not a transactional thing. Like my soul has asked me to provide you this assistance and you should let me. Unless you don't want to, which is fine. And I began to realize that people do that when they're afraid of healing because they've begun to identify as the very wound that they know I can help them to heal. Right. Like, it's just one of those things. It's one of those things. You're good enough. You're good enough. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that needs to be said. This is the totality of your truth. You are good enough. You are worth helping. You are worth helping to heal. I used to offer things like that to just anybody. And I learned powerful lessons about depletion, right? When you continue to help people who are not capable, who are not willing to receive the gravity of the assistance you are offering freely, what ends up happening is when someone who does have the willingness to receive, they have the capacity to become empowered and actually exit out of these difficult circumstances. When you come across someone like that, now you're depleted and now you can't actually help. So, yeah, I learned I only help those my soul asks me to help because those are the ones that actually will benefit from it. And they need as much as I'm willing and able to offer with assistance. It's almost like wasting your effort, not because the person doesn't deserve to be helped. Everyone deserves some type of help, but because you're attempting to force help on someone who is not willing or not able to properly receive it, right? So you are good enough. It's just you've been drawn to the people who are not emotionally available. That's a hard pill to swallow, right? I have recognized that a lot of the people, not all, but most of the people who are drawn to and end up seeking out perpetually those who are not emotionally available, um, it's because they're not. And it's a way for you to continue to perpetuate basically the cycles you grew up with. This makes me feel so sad for people. To live your life every day like Groundhog's Day. Groundhog's Day, where you consistently just relive the same type of circumstance of feeling like you're not enough, being made to feel like you're consistently the problem, that having needs is somehow being selfish, and that having boundaries is you being a bitch. That sucks. That's sad. It's unnecessary. And it's not what you deserve. And I don't care what's happened in the past and what mistakes you've made. If you can no longer change it, and you have also made the necessary adjustments to not repeat that, then no one can hold that against you. First, no one can hold against you an act that you had no idea would be received in that way. That's not fair. Secondly, the moment you become aware of how inappropriate that act is, and you take the necessary steps to never do that again because you've learned and you care and you don't want to offend the people you care about, the people you love, that should not be held against you. It just shouldn't. That doesn't mean they're going to suddenly forget. It means they need to go through whatever process that they need to go through in order to release that. But no, you are not to continue punishing yourself for that. A tough cycle is ending. Let it end. Let it end. What do you need to release? It's in reverse. You're like, I don't need to release anything. I'm doing the work. No, you're not. That's why you're here. Let me say this. It's been a very long time since I have watched any type of tarot card reader. I just I don't watch that on YouTube anymore. Why? Because I've released a large amount of the insecurities, the fears, the self-doubt that would cause me to seek out someone else's interpretation of messages from soul. Now, that doesn't mean you're weak. It means you have to recognize why you're here. Now, if you're here because we've known each other for quite some time, and the things that I say often help you to dive deeper into that space of introspection and gain further clarity for your personal circumstance that you are already handling beautiful, what I said doesn't apply to you. But if you find yourself consistently watching reader after reader after reader and still feeling that anxiety in your chest, it's because you don't want to let go of your distrust in yourself. It's not weakness. It's not. I see that as evidence of your desire to better understand the messages soul is already giving you. You watching these videos, my videos and other people's videos, is you trying so hard to make sense of your life, but it's not clicking. And it's not clicking because soul is already speaking to you directly, but you don't trust yourself. So if you don't trust yourself, what's going to happen is the things that people say in their readings, the things that further confirm the messages of soul, you're going to be like, I don't know if that applies to me. You know if it does or doesn't. It's just difficult to believe. You know if it does or does not. You feel it in your body. Your body responds to it. And that scares you because first, it means your soul is actually looking out for you and guiding you. Second, it means now you are responsible. You are obligated to create opportunities to apply the solutions that soul is giving you. And that's scary because there's no one else to blame if things go south. What if it doesn't go south? Or what if south is the direction you need to go and you keep heading north because someone told you the truth is in the north? Oh, that just reminded me of a conversation I had with an old friend. She's she said, because I'm from Northern California, she said that I'm a four seasons having yank. And she's from the South. Cracked me up. I'm like, I'm a what? A four seasons having yank. We don't have snow in California though. At least not the part that I live in. We didn't get snow there. So there was no four seasons. We got three seasons, if that helps. Yeah. She called me a yank. Anyways, um, what do you need to release? What do you need to release? It's in reverse, right? If we look at it right side up, what is that? It's the moon. What does that represent? The moon represents the things you hide from yourself. You only know a sliver of the truth of who you are. That's a crescent moon. It's not a full moon. You don't even know the totality of who you are. So, if you look right there, you see how there's a little bit of an outline? Right? Those are the parts of you in the shadows. Being in the shadow is not evil. That's not the parts of you that's evil. That's the parts of you that are the most powerful. Those parts are rising up and it's eclipsing the false light, the false narrative that you have in your mind. And that's why a tough cycle is ending. I have this video on Tiki Tac. um I duetted this little girl. Her name is Seven. I'm not super familiar with all of her content, but every once in a great while, um, one of her videos will cross my path. And usually the videos that cross my path are things that super de duper resonate because I'm receiving the same messages, right? So the other day, her mom posted this video. They're talking in the car, and she talks about how the 11th gate is opening in like a week or in 5 days. No, 6 days from when that video was posted, from when it crossed my path. Um, the 11th gate is opening. Once that 11th gate is dilated to a certain degree, a minimal degree of dilation, um, the processes are going to accelerate. Ascension mechanics are going to accelerate. A tough cycle is ending. You have been battle hardened and battle ready. You are prepared to take on the next part of your journey, of your ascension, of your awareness of the gravity of you. It's okay for you to be aware that you carry a gravity. You know that, right? Playing this humble role has really distorted your perception of yourself. Now, I'm not saying you should be cocky. I'm not saying that you should take your awareness of the gravity of you as evidence of why you're superior to others. No, it has nothing to do with that. But being able to truly appreciate, accept, embrace, integrate your awareness of the reality of the greatness of you, there is nothing superficial or cocky about that. That is not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Hi, Edwin. Her video just showed up on your timeline. Yeah, no, it's 6 days. And for some reason, people went bonkers off that video. See, it's just weirdest stuff ever. I was super weirded out. Hold on. So I think I posted it yesterday. This shit has 116.5 thousand views. What the? And people are arguing about stupid crap in the comments. I'm not even going to read y'all. Your issue is not mine. Someone was like, you're just a clout chaser. You don't know what you're. Okay, bitch. It's some guy. Okay, you're banned. I'm not even going to respond to you. When that 11th gate opens, there's going to be an influx of extremely high frequencies. As the influx occurs, you're going to be able, for those who are willing, you are going to be able to clearly see yourself. You're going to have this profound aha moment of like, oh shit, I've been in control this whole time. I've just been deciding things based on other people's preferences rather than my needs. I'm a good person. You are. It's always the best people, the most loving, the most kind, the most generous, the most filled with grace type of people who struggle so hard to accept that they're good people. Even with the knowledge of this, and I'm about to tell you guys the knowledge I'm talking about. I have struggled most of my life trying to accept that I'm a good person. I'm doing much better with that these days. but it's been one hell of a ride. So, the knowledge that I'm going to share with you, I hope you hear it and bring it into your heart as part of your truth. Okay. It's the really bad, really, really shitty people that never question what kind of person they are. They never question. It's always someone else. It's always someone else. Always. It's their fault. I didn't even do anything. Yeah, no. Sure. Sure. Yeah. So if you're the kind of person that's always like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry. Should I not have said that? Oh my gosh. Oh my, how can I help? What can I do to help?" I'm pretty sure you're not a bad person. Just general rule of thumb. I'm sure there might be an exception or two. There might be a manipulative narcissist or two watching this, trying to get tips on how to bamboozle more empaths. Yes, endeavoring to be good. Yes, always going out of your way to try and be the best, most authentic expression of your grace, of your compassion. I love that. I love that. It doesn't mean you're a perfect person because the reality is there's no one that's perfect. I'm curious. Yeah. Try hard to do or achieve something. Excuse me. An attempt to achieve a goal. Late Middle English, in the sense exert oneself. From the phrase put oneself in devoir, do one's utmost. Mm. Do one's utmost. To do your utmost requires you to elevate your perception of yourself and your capacity. To do your utmost requires you to accept that capacity and implement it. I love that. I like to say, I endeavor to be good. I make it my goal to do my utmost. And in that goal setting, to do my utmost for others, I in turn am gifted with doing the utmost for myself. Because then it helps you to realize the gravity of you. It's only in a life that's been really dedicated completely to the service of others that I've begun very, very slowly and begrudgingly to learn the gravity of what my utmost is and how my utmost efforts can impact the lives of people I've never even met, never even spoke to. And it's not that I'm trying to give myself credit because I believe I don't deserve credit for that. You're doing the work yourself. It's that I'm needing to really take a moment to recognize, because in that moment of recognition, I am giving myself an awareness of an even more pronounced understanding of the gravity of me. And this is a process that's going to continue through your entire life. You should welcome it. You should embrace it. Embrace it. Because to embrace it is to embrace yourself. Mm, mm, I love that. I love that so much. I'm going to have to sit with that later after the live. I feel the reverberations of a truth so profound. It's like uncovering another layer of depth. And as you sit in that depth, you're more better able to quantify the gravity of how much you're also simultaneously rising beyond the limitations of your perception of your actual limitless nature. Ooh. These are the type of conversations that I have with myself. And this is why, for the most part, I'm very content being left alone in my own head. It helps me to better grasp, not on a soul level, on a human level, better grasp the true nature of my soul. It's a very profound, very beautiful experience to be able to sit with yourself and have this process naturally unfold. A time to give rather than to take. It's in reverse. Take what soul is giving you. Soul is giving you an opportunity for a tough cycle to end. No, it's not the easy way out. Stop that. I just heard someone say, that's the easy way out. You're full of shit. Are you saying that about yourself? Or are you saying that about someone else? Are you one of those people that watches me because someone that you want to control watches me? Mhm. Tell me that's not true. Because I feel your nervousness increasing. My words will not be used to further embolden you in your attempt to dominate someone. You see my face? You're pissing me the fuck off. You are. I don't like that shit. I don't like when people use my words to control other people. You need a chicken nugget light. You just fucked up my mood. Your ass needs a baptism, an exorcism. We need to soak your ass in the blood of Jesus. Not even joking. That's just, I got to move forward. People like that piss me off excessively. And you're not going to get my happiness like that. My happiness is back. You're scared of me. Normally, if I feel people are scared of me, that makes me feel really, really sad. And it usually ends up making me cry because I'm just like, no, why would you be scared of me? I don't hurt people. No, I like that. With you, I like that. It freaked you out that I heard you, that I felt that. It freaked you out. Know your place. It's not here. You're not the first one to try that. You're not the first one to try that. So, prosperity lies ahead. Y'all are going to be successful in ending this tough cycle. You're going to be very, very successful in this. You're going to bring in a whole new chapter for yourself. You have to let shit go, though. You do. The way you get all up in your head and really hyperfixate on the struggles and the negativity. I mean, it's good to be aware and to consider some of that stuff and process. That's good. But the ways in which for those that this applies to, the ways in which you hyperfixate, you got to be very careful with that because manifestation is being amplified. And if you're a manifester, you have the ability to manifest things. What's going to end up happening is the thing that you fixate on the most is going to be the thing that you manifest. So if you're going to fixate on things that are super negative, like I said, it's good to be aware, to develop that awareness and to begin processing. But if you're just going to fixate on that, it's probably not going to end well. It is probably not going to end well. It's not. You don't want to ring that. The cards are saying prosperity lies ahead. And it's new moon in Taurus. So Taurus is an earth energy. This is about prosperity in this earthly existence. This isn't about just some metaphoric prosperity and no, like real prosperity. That's what that card tells me. Right. And with it being a new moon, it's like all of your personal power that's hidden in your shadows is coming forward. These are all really good signs. Really, really good signs. Don't take it as an invitation to challenge soul wanting to give you something and be like, prove it to me, soul. Okay. Okay. um, balance spirituality and practicality, but it's in reverse. So maybe you're being a little too practical. And some would say that it's extremely irresponsible of me to tell people to be impractical and irrational, and you're watching a YouTube video. If you want actual advice like that, you should probably go to, like, I don't know, um a specialist of some kind. Okay? Here, I'm going to be giving you the messages of soul. Soul is causing me to feel like you've been a little too practical. And with that practicality, it's almost this sense of you're not really being practical. You're using the concept of being practical, the concept of practicality as an excuse to sabotage your efforts. Soul just snitched you out. You got to work through your fears. You got to work through your fears. That's just a bottom line. Work through the fears, allow yourself to carry forward, allow yourself to do the shadow self acceptance. You need to begin accepting who you are, what you're capable of, your capacity. So the shadow self is coming forward because, here. Remember, the shadow self. Remember, shadow self, right? So many new moons. Look at this. Shadow self, right? Oops. Shadow self, right? Nonstop messages of the shadow self coming forward. The part of you that carries most of your personal power, most of the awareness of how that power is to be utilized for the greater good, right? Your cosmic connections are also going to begin to light up. That means an increase in telepathic. Oh, yo no soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Para bailar la bamba. Oh my God. Marlene just said that's one of her favorite songs that I sing. Para bailar la bamba se necesita y arriba y arriba. She says she loves it when I let my voice go raspy. Mm. Anyways, Michael said I didn't finish the message. So cosmic connections are going to fire back up. No, get the whole twin topic out of your head. Cosmic connections are going to fire back up. That's going to mean an increase in telepathic messages coming through, telepathic awareness. That does not necessarily mean any twin type stuff. I'm not upset with twins. That means you need to make sure you do not get bamboozled by the thought inception that might be happening right now. What does that mean? Well, sometimes what happens is parasitic things will go ahead and let you hear what I'm saying, and then it will try and convince you that what you're hearing means, oh my God, my twin is coming back. They're going to call me and text me. That don't mean none of that. It don't mean none of that. I don't know. Maybe for a select few, it might mean that, but I don't think it means none of that. I heard the word tortuga. Um, okay. I didn't know my higher self spoke Espanol. Espanol. Um, okay. Tortuga. There. All right. So you've been going much too fast for too long. So slow down and pace yourself. This is a time to be more self reliant and less dependent on others. Confirmation got nothing to do with twins. This is about you working on yourself. Don't let yourself get distracted by distractions. The focus is on you and ending tough cycles you've been struggling through, right? Who is Marlene? It's some. She goes, don't call me middle aged. Marlene is some lady that showed up like a while ago. I want to say it's almost 2 years now. She just randomly showed up in my room while I'm live streaming and she just hasn't gone away. She just keeps talking. She hasn't gone away. She goes, don't call me middle aged. Okay. Butterfly in the sky. I know you like butterflies. Mariah Carey made, I think it was an entire album called Butterfly or something like that. You should go listen to it. She goes, do you just want me to be quiet now? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Go listen to Mariah Carey. You go listen to Mimi. This is a time to be more self reliant and less dependent on others. Take time to nurture yourself and simply observe and feel your emotions. This is a period of increased sensitivity to the earth's vibrations and those of the collective human consciousness, which you'll first feel as sensations in your body prior to the resultant emotions. So remember how I was saying the 11th gate is opening, right? Oh my fucking God. Yo, Tortuga is on page 272. Is my math not mathing? 2 plus 7 is 9 plus 2 is 11. What the fuck? 11th gate. That's I had an ADHD moment. Oh, see what I'm saying? This is a period of increased sensitivity to the earth's vibrations and those of the collective human consciousness, which you'll first feel as sensations in your body prior to the resultant emotions. Oh, holy shit. Spend a few hours or longer in solitude away from other people and the usual noise that surrounds you. This is a very creative, fertile time, and you need to shield yourself from interferences that threaten to distract you. Fucking yes. Confirmation. Confirmation. Ooh, you're taking on way too many problems and troubles of others. What have I been saying to y'all this whole time? For the past hour, 10 minutes, and 24 seconds? Oh, Kendra, I'm a middle ager too. Wait, what's okay. Oh, I'm middle aged. I'm middle aged too. Hey, girl. Hey, what's up with the middle agers? I'm a sassy one, aren't I? Okay, stop. Marlene's laughing. Okay, so slow down, take your time, and enjoy the scenery, even if there's a detour. Be patient and determined and stick with it. Before you know it, you'll achieve what you're after. At this time, pay particular attention to the shifting, shifting sensations in your body, as these are energetically resonating with subtle changes in the vibrations of the earth. Again, another reminder. It's a good time to change to a vegetarian diet, if only for a few days. Okay, this when you change to a vegetarian or vegan diet, if only for a few days, you are going to massively increase your frequency, which will make you more resonant with the high frequencies that are being taken into the earth. That's going to reduce how much negative impact it's going to have on your perception of bodily experiences. Okay. If you're more resonant with the frequencies that are incoming from the 11th gate opening, what ends up happening is there's less of a frequency discrepancy. And so you won't feel the nausea of being yanked up to a higher level. You won't feel all of the like wonkiness, the wiggly of the eyes, the extremely high pitched squeal of a vibration. You won't experience that kind of stuff. You'll just be like, oh my God, I love everybody. No, I'm serious. Um, okay. It's a good time to change to a vegetarian diet. Okay. By moving through your life more slowly and attentively, you'll discover a great deal of wisdom emerging from unexpected sources that you'd otherwise miss by being in a hurry. Ooh, message for the people who are like, oh my God, Emmy's videos are too long. Okay, you're missing out. You can't even invest time into yourself. You're missing out. Get out on the land and walk around a bit at what? Walk around a bit at about half your usual pace using this as a meditation. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. So, with all of this that's happening, you're entering into a limitless state. It doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be able to fly. I mean, but it does mean that all of these perceptions of things you cannot do, that's going to be shifted and you're going to become much more open and much more willing to actively participate, excuse me, in the situations that your life brings to you that will help you to see just how capable you are. So, integrity in reverse. Be careful of the people who lack integrity. There's going to be quite a few people who are going to notice the increase in your luminosity. They're going to be drawn to you and they're going to try and feed off of you. They need to basura basura. Okay. So, hope in reverse. You don't necessarily need hope right now. What you need is to accept the knowledge that you are being given back by your soul. Once you accept this knowledge and you begin to apply it into your day to day life, into situations and circumstances that you've been struggling through, that knowledge then becomes converted into wisdom. When you exist in a space of wisdom, you don't hope for things to get better. You know that things will get better because you are going to make it better. Might take some effort, might take some time, but you are not going to give up on this process because you know the task at hand is to make things better. Okay. And you're going to be very impatient with this process. That's okay, but you're still going to have to keep going through it. It's okay for you to feel moments of frustration because you're feeling impatient. That's fine. You're not going to keel over just because you feel impatient, but you're still going to have to be patient. So just do the dang thing. Ooh, kind of a 41. Okay. Okay. Sometimes I love ya. Sometimes you make me blue. At times I feel good. Sometimes I feel used. Loving you, darling, makes me so confused. Okay. Card number 41, North Node, life's purpose. We're tapping into your life's purpose right now. This tough cycle that's ending has been the blockage that has not allowed you to begin retrieving the knowledge, the knowing of parts of what your purpose is. Do you understand the gravity of what's happening right now? The North Node points out the best areas for us to direct our talents and our wills. It shows the area of gifts. It represents destiny. It's directly opposed to the South Node, which is much more serious and restrictive. So, this is something where once you allow yourself through this process and you begin actively participating, ooh, you're just going to have some fun with it. The North Node represents where we benefit from good work done in past lives and how that assists us in the here. It's the place in the chart where life becomes easier. I mean, you guys, the gravity of the cards, it acts like a karmic Jupiter where a doorway opens. Bitch. Bitch. What? The 11th gate. It at Wait. Hold on. My brain has to process. My brain has to process. Oh my God. When did I post this? Um, when did I post this? How do I find that out? 2 days ago. Okay. One, two, three, four. Wow. So, wow. Holy shit. The gravity of it. Like the fucking gravity of it. So, unless I don't know how to count. All right. All right. Hold on. I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm starting to shake. The gravity of this. So it says it acts like a karmic Jupiter where a doorway opens and suddenly you are where you need to be. So in 6 days from the day that I posted, that will make it August 2nd, right? What I didn't share in that video, and I haven't shared with you guys, is it will take you the entirety of you, which the number 4 represents you. The doorway will open between the 1st and the 2nd. By the 2nd, it's going to be fully open. So the start of this process will actually begin late at night on the 1st of August. You count the days, 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes it August 5th. Do you understand why my mind is being fucking blown right now? Of all the days for soul to tell me to do an abundance amplifier event. August 5th. I'm like, why the 5th? I was annoyed. Not even joking. I was fucking annoyed. I was like, why the 5th? What is so important about the 5th? Why can't I just do it like, I don't know, the day before the 888 portal? Like, why? It will be in full dilation. Between the 5th and the 8th, that's 3 days. That's a solid foundation from which all of the work done on the 5th, which is harnessing the full dilation and the full flow of energy from the 11th gate opening on the 2nd, early morning 2nd. This has very real ramifications for my personal life as well. A tough cycle is ending. I know exactly what this means for me. Are you getting a feeling of what it means for you? Because I don't want this message to simply be something that is beneficial for me. I'm hoping that there are at least some of you who feels the gravity of what this is. Remember, I was talking about how during that abundance amplifier ceremony, I'm going to share with the people who are there. No additional purchase, whatever is necessary, but I'm going to share with the people who are there the items that they have. I'm sure you have these items in your home. Everyone has these items that you could use to prepare a personal fire ceremony that you can do in perfect timing with me doing the collective fire ceremony on the 8-8 portal. That gives you 3 days, a solid foundation from which to build and prepare before the full dilation of the 8-8 portal, before the heart of the lion opens. It's right. Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh, I love that. I love that so much because I don't know that I would be okay with receiving just by myself. Because again, I'm still working through that, right? This awareness of why things had to happen the way they did. Why things had to take as long as it's taken. The ending of that cycle does not just benefit me, it will benefit our entire community. I waited so long. I've waited 8 months. 8 months. I need to check the actual, hold on. Man. Okay. Wow. Wow. This is just blowing my mind. Let me just continue with the reading. Um, when the North Node card presents itself in a reading, you can be assured destiny has a place in your situation. Through many life lessons, you're about to arrive at a place for your highest good. Your life is expanding, and opportunities pour in swiftly, catching you quite by surprise. This card also represents past life memories and karmic connections. You may meet people whom you've known over many past lives, perhaps in a soul family, where bonds form very quickly. You're taking on a larger view of your life, which not only emphasizes your talents, but aligns your talents with like minded souls. It's a fortuitous time to begin a privately owned business or other professional venture that will bring in extra finances. Whatever this venture may be, fun, creativity, and optimism will be a part of it. At this time, you will feel less limited, and your goals and plans will have far reaching potential. Keep in mind, the lunar nodes always bring shifts and changes. For instance, a relationship with someone who has destiny spelled all over him or her may suddenly walk into your life. If so, this relationship will start rapidly and be life altering. One job may end swiftly, and you will find yourself in a much more suitable position. If the energy is used correctly, it will promote greater optimism and prosperity. This means finances are also likely to increase. So, now I understand why I couldn't bring myself to create the listing so that you could and it's 11:11. I understand now why I couldn't create the listing for you to be able to book time with me so that I could intuitively guide you through your business creation. I have acquired a shit ton of business knowledge, a shit ton, from intellectual property to patent processes, trademarks, business formations, the best states to form your business in due to the veil of privacy. I'm thinking a workshop as well as the option to have private one on one time with me. I have knowledge in real life, acquired knowledge. I've never taken a course, I've never read any business anything. This is all intuitive. I have in real life knowledge of how to quickly establish a business that is viable. I've shared this with you guys before. I don't know why I've hesitated to set time aside for a workshop to allow you the opportunity to sit with me privately so that we can go over all of the details of what you should consider doing for yourself to start a business. Mm. In my heart, I'll always just be a stay at home mom. I have a drive like you wouldn't believe. You pair that drive with my level of intuition, I find a way through every obstacle. My brother once said to a random ass person, and he was serious, right? I think it was, I don't know if it was one of his friends or what. But he was like, if you got a problem, call my sister. I'm like, why would you say that? You're a freaking weirdo. Why would you say that? He goes, what? Because you solve everything. Anytime there's a problem, you solve it. Yeah, but don't offer me to other people. I can take a good look at something and know exactly how to avoid the pitfalls. It wasn't time before. Now everything is aligning for our entire community. Everything is aligning. Everything is aligning. The energy is now telling you that the schooling part is over for now. Lessons have been learned, and you are now to act on those lessons towards a greater destiny. At this time, it is evident where you need to go and where you need to be. As the soul's messenger, the appearance of the North Node card in a spread indicates growing into what is called the larger unknown, meaning you are moving towards a point that promises greater fulfillment. The nodes are karmic, therefore, the lessons are not easy ones. Matters will develop suddenly, but there is still work to be done. Luck is on your side with an opening towards greater things. Karmic lessons learned and processed bring fulfillment and happiness. What was one of the first cards? Fulfillment. I'll show you. Your cup is being filled, lovingly filled. And there will be many who will sit there and witness. People who will cheer for you and people who will quietly despise you because you were able to do what they wish they could, but were never destined to accomplish. This has everything to do with what you are destined to accomplish. That means autonomy from a system that oppresses you. That means full control of your finances. You slave away for companies that don't care about you. Imagine what would happen if you applied that same effort into something that belongs to you, where your efforts are directly rewarded. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the freedom, the autonomy? Why imagine when you can make it a reality? When you can live it day in and day out, you can live this. North Node is not about luck, it's about destined things. The tough cycle is ending. Your disbelief in yourself needs to stop. That's a massive blockage. Try. Give it a chance. You know what's funny? I wasn't even into portal stuff back then, right? Like I wasn't into portal stuff. And I knew about it. I didn't care. But if I look at my formation docs for my business, of all the days, it was formed on 1010. I didn't know. I just happened to look at it today because I had to do some business documentation stuff. So I needed to pull out the articles of formation for my LLC. And I was like, oh, 1010? What? 1010 in 2017. 10, 10, 10, the first steps of a profound destined journey that I was embarking on and had no fucking clue. I had no clue. I didn't think it would last. I wasn't intending for it to last. 2017. 9 years ago. It's about to be 9 years. This is very fascinating. 9 being the number of divinity of God itself. In a 7-year. That cycle is completing. What started as something that lacked awareness, but was part of a divinely destined path. It's completing itself. It's not the end of the company. It's the end of playing small within the company. Is the coming to fruition. It's the keeping of promises. I was about to say, I don't know if I'm ready for that. No, I know I am. I know I am. I'm just afraid. But what do I tell you guys all the time? Even if you're scared, do it anyways. When soul guides you to do it anyways. Even if you're afraid, even if you're so scared you're shaking, do it anyways. You can still do things while afraid. You don't have to be fearless when you do something. You could do things while you're still scared. You can do both. Do what soul's telling you to do and be scared shitless. You could do both. You absolutely could do both. So what am I saying? That I'm going to do both. I'm going to do what soul instructs me to do from this point all the way through to the completion of that cycle and the evolution of what was began 9 years ago. I'm going to see it all the way through. There's no other option. There's no other goal. There's no other path. So mote it be. Card number 30. The body is a sacred garment. You must change your usual way of looking at things, right? You have to change that. Okay. This house reminds us what we should do to maintain good health. And in this, diet figures in. So what you digest, what you take in, the words of others, the teachings of others, that's part of your soul's diet. You need to be careful of who you listen to in this time. Okay. That includes me. I'm not saying I will ever misguide you intentionally, but what I am saying is be very discerning about what of everyone's words you take in, right? Be careful that you are not being misled into interpreting something that was said in a way that it was not said. There's a lot of interference going on. You can overcome it. So the 6th house is all about duty, responsibility, and gainful employment. It shows how hard you work, how organized you are, how much you worry, what you do on a daily 9-to-5 basis. This is why it's also looked upon as a house of the job. Oh, ho, ho, ho. What? How you earn a living as an everyday citizen. When this card turns up, a job change is possible. I can't even make this shit up. I literally, when this card turns up, a job change is possible. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this up. For your future plans to progress smoothly, you must be strong in body. Okay. This means not allowing yourself to take in and hold inside you the toxic thoughts, the toxic perceptions, the thought inception that others try, which is gaslighting, right? Um, mhm. It's time to pay attention to the small particulars rather than the larger picture. The larger picture cannot develop without the minute details. So this is just, ooh. Perfection is not necessary to success. Completing what you start is more important. Okay. Efficiency and doing the right thing at the right time will serve you in the coming days. Again, that's why I couldn't offer those type of learning opportunities, those type of guidance opportunities. For something to really serve you in the best way possible with the outcome you are wanting, you will have to go step by step and have patience. It is not likely to happen fast, but whatever you manage to accomplish will stick and serve you well in the future. So, disclaimer, once I put that listing up, it's not going to be a get rich quick scheme. No, I'm not into schemes. That's just nonsensical. I'm into developing, establishing authentic branding. Oh, I was taught real well by Michaela over here about authentic branding and the longevity of an authentic brand versus a flash in the pan. Do you know why I'm so secure in the work that I do? Aside from the fact that I provide a very, very elevated type of service and service experience for everyone that I work with. I have no worry about someone new coming along and displacing me in the spiritual world, spiritual community, spiritual services industry. Because guess what? I'm an authentic brand. You can't replace me. You can imitate me, but you're going to have to wait to see what I do. So you're always going to be several steps behind me. But you can never replace me because I am a unique expression of divinity, just like you are. I could never take your place. You could never take my place. Now, if I was just playing a role and doing the things that are, trending, yeah, I'm going to need to be worried. I don't do trends, I create them. You need to live with that mindset. That doesn't come from a cocky space. Be so sure of the path you're on that it inspires others to follow suit. That's how you create trends. You empower people to take a chance on themselves the way you took a chance on yours. Has nothing to do with ego. It has everything to do with you recognizing the gravity of why you exist. You exist in service to others by simply existing and allowing them to witness this. That tough cycle that's ending, that's powerful for everyone who witnesses how hard you struggled and suffered for as long as you did, and you now rising from the ash of that issue. There's no rule or law that states a phoenix must rise from its own ashes. Fire is fire is fire. Fire is fire is fire. Fire can consume anything and everything. The phoenix's journey is about having no fear of the destruction that the humans perceive as you transform into your greatest form, your most elevated form. You are not afraid of what needs to be let go of in order for you to rise. This is not about just dumping people. This is about letting go of what life is already trying to remove. Let life guide you. Let it guide you. So, Card number 19. Libra, I balance. All my life, all my life, my heart has yearned for a thing I cannot name. It's about to be given to you. This thing that you've yearned for your entire life that you cannot name, that you cannot quantify, that you cannot explain to someone else, you just feel it. This is what's being offered to you by soul. This very thing. Don't go it alone. Linking up with a partner will serve you best. Mm. When this card turns up in a reading, it indicates you are riding the fence over something and need to make a decision soon. Will you accept the gifts from soul? Or will you do what you always do? Convince yourself you don't deserve it. Convince yourself someone needs it more. Soul is not gifting it to someone else. Your name was custom embroidered on this royal robe. You're being asked to take your rightful place in the throne room of your heart, to replace the crown upon your head where it belongs. It was measured for your head specifically. The throne within the throne room, that was custom created to your dimensions. You cannot give it to someone else. Only you can sit there. Only you can wear the royalty that you are. Wear it with grace. Wear it with compassion for self. It's not about you elevating above others. It's about you recognizing that if life elevates you, it's so more can see you and more can be inspired by your light. When you're not destined to stay in the shadows and hidden away, you kind of need to accept that. You kind of need to accept that. If you don't make your decision, it may be made for you. The potential for you not liking the ending is high if you do not act and decide soon. I'm going to need to underline this so you can screenshot it and put it on your phone. Where is my pen? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I got a pen in my bag, my computer bag. I'm legit going to underline this so you can screenshot it and put it as your wallpaper. Whatever device you read the most or see the most, yeah, put it there. Okay. Ready? Where is it? Here. Okay. Put that where you can see it. Print it out. Use it as your home screen, lock screen, everything. You need to make a decision. I've been telling you guys that for months. You need to make a decision. This is a favorable card for romance and relationships. It indicates a time where relationships are turning happier and more content. Right now, everything must be fair and balanced, which is good. It's good. It's not about just you benefiting. It's about a fair and balanced situation for everyone involved. You might not understand why something difficult or painful is fair and balanced. It will make sense later. It's important not to sacrifice your own feelings or desires simply because you hope to avoid conflict. Oh, I'm going to send this to my cousin. Mm-hmm. 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 Let me take a picture of it right now. Maybe I'll tell her. You coming up in my readings again, boo. All right. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Would you guys say all of the cards have been just amazing, empowering, positive? I would say all of the cards have been amazing, empowering, and positive through the whole reading. Courtrooms, law, and fairness should play into the matter. If you are involved in a court case and the surrounding cards are good and the Libra card appears in the spread, it is a good indicator the issue will work out just the way you hope. Ooh. The enforcement of rules may also apply. Legal documents will not only figure in, they will bring you benefits. Especially benefits shared between you and a partner. I'm sorry. If only I could share the gravity. One of the most difficult lessons that I've learned about soul is that when soul makes a promise, it never breaks the promise. And when you don't interfere in the work that soul is trying to do on your behalf, promises are always paid in full. Everything that you have been working so hard to do without even realizing what you've been working on doing, things that based on your limited perception, you think that it's just this thing of, God, it's so hard. Why is it so full of struggle? Why can't it just be easy? Because you are building the foundation of your destiny. I think for many of us, we're so scared of our destiny. We have this fear of not being enough. We have this fear of what if we fail? What if we disappoint people? I'm tired of the part of my life where those are the only types of things that I consider, only those highly negative what ifs. I'm bored with it. So I made a decision one day. The only what ifs I will consider at this point are the what ifs. What if it succeeds? What if it becomes everything I'm shown it is? What if it's even more than what I could imagine? What if it happens faster than the speed that I want it to be rushed in? What if it just unfolds with my perception of limited effort? What if one day I just wake up and I'm like, oh my God, this was my dream? Everything just happened. And what? What if every ugly, painful hardship, what if every single one of those types of situations and experiences, what if my soul never asks me to go through anything like that again? Because I've learned everything I need to learn and I don't need to rehash it. What if this is the only time I will be made to hurt in the ways that I've hurt? And because of my willingness to be as present as I was, as present as I am, it will never be asked of me again. But I will continue to receive the benefits of everything I invested in that process. All my energy, all my effort returned back to me amplified, multiplied. I wish that for all of you. I wish that for all of you. Everything you've been through has to count for something. Let it count for the most possible. Be as present as you possibly can be, so it can count for the most possible. I got to get going. I got to wrap my mind around all of this. Oof. Yeah, I got to wrap my mind around all of this. Thank you guys so much for sharing this space with me and spending this time with me. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Please consider also joining me for the 8-5 amplifier healing meditation. Abundance amplifier healing meditation. Oh, if you resonate deeply with the thing that I shared about 8-5, consider joining me for that. There's so much gravity with all of the things that have been coming up in this reading that it's hard for me to wrap my mind around. In any case, I hope you benefit from everything I've shared tonight. And I hope that you find the drive to do it even when you're afraid. We got this. We got this. I hope you guys have an amazing night. Again, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, everyone.